All right. So I can give names, and I can say in here, a reference like that, or I can say, jump to name, point to that, and lo and behold, I'll go to this thing that was, I'd named alpha. So I can name it, and if I want to, I can ask to see the name, or I can ask not to see the names, depending on which. Right now we happen not to be seeing the names. So look what else we can do in here. I've got this file that's structured. If I want to see what's in there, I can walk down the hierarchy levels and see, or return. But there's another thing I can do. There's a root I said I have here. So here, I'm afraid I'll need a different picture than view. So here's what I drew with a picture drawing capability here. It's a slight map if I start from work, and here's the route I seem to have to go to pick up all the materials. And that's my plan for getting home tonight. But if I want to, I can say, the library, what am I supposed to pick up there? I can just point to that, and oh, I see, overdue books and all. Well, there was a statement there with that name on it. Go back. What am I supposed to pick up at the drugstore? I see, very interesting. All right. Mark it. Oh, I've already seen that. Produce and all like that. Gee, that's too much. Anyway, so we have this feature of structuring our material hierarchically, being able to move around it very well. When we get a hierarchy, such as I can show you here now, I can do things if I want to just say, I'd like to interchange produce and canned materials. Bingo. And they're all numbered rightly if I care to look. Interchanging them very quickly. Cans are going to get interchanged with produce. They do it and all gets renumbered. So I have ways of studying over, making different views, moving around, going to specified points, and modifying the structure. At the same time, I've seen that I have a repertoire of different entities, like character, knock off that character, replace the character, make that P. So I have entities of all sorts that I can say I want to do operations on, and this basic structure that I can't see everybody here, but I can't very well either because of the lights, so we're about even. Okay. I'd like you to talk to them about the way the special languages have helped in making flexible design and study available for us of the user features, the functions and the repertoire of the commands, as well as the control dialog for them. And then also, it'd be an interesting example here because programmers, you programmers are the ones who most intensely found use for working online as we're building up. Show them how you structured your system guide. Okay?
Okay. I think we can do that. We can get sort of a good feeling for the way the whole system is put together by looking through the system guide. The file is one that system programmers sort of put together, help them get around. NLS right now is getting to be a fairly large program. It's not huge by a lot of standards, but it's getting pretty big. This picture in our system guide file is a picture of the overlay structure. Our overlays are page sizes, so they're not too big in the 940, but each label in this picture names a code file, and each one is 3 to 20 pages long. I mean 20 text pages if you printed them out. Just to sort of show how you can use a file like this to move around in the code, and also how the code is put together. As I said, each label in the picture is the name of an overlay, which is also the name of that file, but it also happens to be the name of a statement in this file. By selecting one of these pictures and moving there, I was going to do something for you to let you see better. What did I do?
Yeah,
we go back to the origin and start over again.
Brings back all the parameters.
There. Now let me move out. From the picture, I can move to a little section in this file, which is an area that system programmers leave around notes for each other. It's nothing much interesting here. A little bit about the documentation and the patch space that's left. Right from this spot, I can actually move out to the file. Suppose that I were going out in that control meta language Doug was talking about and just try to see, for example, the routines used in the delete word or move word. Let's go look at move word construct. I just select this link, and here is the file. This file is written in one of these many special languages that we've designed. So I just move down through it, find the move commands. Move, let's look here for move word.
You want to point out how you know it's move word?
Yeah, well, I was just going to look at that, Doug. As I was stepping down through that, I was sort of not only moving through the file, but the structure of the code is rigged in such a way that it's a description of a finite state machine. And so I was following the characters a person would type to execute that command. Down here underneath it, I see that the routine is QMW over in the overlay text edit. So let's go back to that other file. Move back to our picture again and find where overlay text edit is. It's right down here, so we'll go and sort of move down through that one. The text edit overlay illustrates a lot of the different kinds of things that we've done. This file has two major kinds of code in it. First one is many of these different special languages that we've built up. See, I'm trying to find QMW. That's right. It's down here someplace. There we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's the two kinds of code. This is still the kind from the other file, but the QMW routine,
in the first case, you're actually able to point at what you want at the information you're trying to retrieve and move it into view. With the jump to identity command, you're able to point at it either by the cursor or by using a pointer, as you've shown. Jump to name, jump to link. Again, you're explicitly specifying by giving the name or having the name occur in the text. For implicit specification, by this I mean using information that's been stored by the system in order to specify where you want to go. In the first case, the information has been stored in the form of a memory of what you've been doing recently, so that you're able to say, jump to the view that I just previously had. So I can say jump return, and it'll take me back to the view, or jump return and I go to the view that I had just before that, or I can say jump ahead and move back down again. Jumps referring to the structure. By this I mean the structure of the file, so that you're able to say, take me to the successor of the statement I'm pointing at, or to the head of this branch. Things like that. Content analysis, we've covered quite thoroughly. Let's go on to the other main branch of retrieval that we're talking about. Here again, I've broken it into direct and indirect. This is the case where the destination is unknown. By this I mean you don't know where the information is, but you're able to describe it, or you know enough about it that you can find it either in a hierarchy or by describing it with keywords. By the use of a hierarchy here, I mean working down through the hierarchical structure of the file, making use of the categorization that's built into the file. This we've seen several times. Let's, just as another example to really make this clear, we've talked about the desire to get hard copy of a file, wanting to get something printed out. There's quite a large system that takes care of making a file for hard copy. You're able to specify how you want the hard copy to look by giving various directives. One of the things you might want would be Roman numeral page numbers. So let's go off to a directive file and see what the directive is to get Roman numeral page numbers. I'm into the file now. Here's the first level of the hierarchy. Let's open up page formatting. We want page numbering, so we'll open that up. We find, yes, here it is, Roman numerals. We find out the directive. Yep, your bug's right on it already, Doug. Here's the directive we want. So we've worked down quite a way into a hierarchy, as you can see. This is quite a nice way to be able to very quickly find what you're after. Let's go back to the previous file now. Look at this last type. By keywords and associative reordering, I mean the use of terms from a specified vocabulary to describe what it is that you're after. Perhaps the best way to show this would be just to draw a little picture. The keywords can be selected from a list. We'll put the list over here. You can have any number of keywords. I'll just put down that just to give it an idea of what it is. And then we also, oops, I spelled that one wrong.
Need any help?
Yeah, how do you spell catalog? There it is. Is that close enough? There will be several items in the catalog. What we want to do then is select things out of this catalog.
What do the R's stand for?
Those are the numbers that are used just like serial numbers. That's my own Dewey Decimal System.
Oh, you mean reference 3, reference N, something?
All right, right.
Oh, okay.
And then the K, I guess, would be keyword, huh? How's that?